It's actually happening. Trey Hendrickson is back, and it is massive for the Cincinnati Bengals. Welcome back to the Bengals Digest channel. Hopefully you guys are having an amazing day. Before I get into it, don't forget to subscribe to the Bengals Digest channel. If you love the Bengals as much as me, my co-host Isaac, we're going to be talking about the Bengals and only the Bengals every single day right here on the Bengals Digest channel. So don't forget to subscribe, like the video, comment down below, do all that good stuff. But report last night, Trey Hendrickson is back. He's going to be at camp. No, he hasn't signed a new deal, but he's back. And it is massive for the Cincinnati Bengals just having him in the building. I don't care if he practices. I don't care if he steps a foot on the field, but the fact that he's back in Cincinnati is massive for the Bengals. It shows, one, what his intentions are. His intentions are to be playing for the Bengals next season. That's what he wants to do. And I think that's what the Bengals want him to do. And that's what the Bengals want from him, is to play with them next season. And the fact that he's back, he was in Florida, in Jacksonville for the past few weeks when training camp started, but now he's back. He's reporting to training camp, and it couldn't be more exciting and more massive and massive implication news for the Cincinnati Bengals, especially their defense. Just having his presence there, especially with Shamar Stewart, coming in as a rookie as a defensive end, just having a veteran presence around is going to be massive for him as well. So let's jump right into the report. Obviously, Trey Hendrickson is back, but I'll read the report and then give my reaction. Cincinnati Bengals star Trey Hendrickson ending holdout to report for training camp. Bengals star Trey Hendrickson is ending his holdout and will report for training camp on Wednesday, according to ESPN's Adam Schefter. Hendrickson has missed the first 5 practices of camp and was fined $50,000 per day missed. That would convince me to go back, that's for sure. Trey Hendrickson is planning to report to the Bengals camp Wednesday, ending his holdout without being any closer to a new deal, per sources. Schefter tweeted, reporting to camp stops the $50,000 per day fines and also serves as a good faith gesture to try to jumpstart negotiations. Trey Hendrickson's camp is hoping that reporting for training camp will help jumpstart contract talks with the Bengals. He's entering the final year of his contract and has made it clear that he won't play this season without a new deal. This is Mike Brown speaking. We aren't going to trade Trey, and they shouldn't trade Trey. Bengals owner and team president Mike Brown said last week, "We're working to get Trey re-signed as we speak." Brown told the media, Our guys are in the office working to get that done, and I think it will get done. Hendrickson is hoping that something will get done. Not only does he save $50,000 per day, but also puts him front and center like Ja'Marr Chase was last season. He's at camp and he wants a new deal. Are the Bengals ready to give him what he wants? Only time will tell. Never write that as a sports reporter, by the way. The clock is ticking, and Hendrickson is clearly trying to do everything he can to make sure he gets paid. I couldn't be more excited. One, I just love Trey Hendrickson, just to be able to see him on all the tweets of you guys at practices, to see him there is going to be, one, just exciting for me. But I just think even if he doesn't practice, because I don't think he's going to practice until he gets a new deal, which he should get a new deal. I don't think he's going to get as much as he's asking for, and I think he has to realize that the Bengals are his best bet. If he sits out this season, he said multiple times, I'm not playing on the current contract I am in. If he sits out next season, he's not going to get nowhere near what the Bengals are offering him this year. If he sits out a whole year, already being 30, going next season, after this season, he would be turning 31 years old. I don't see a team giving or offering him the amount of money and guarantees the Bengals are offering him right now. So I think that's something he has to realize, and I think he realized that a little bit when we allowed him to seek his own trade. Teams don't value him as highly as the Bengals do because of how important he is to the Cincinnati Bengals and their defense. Bengals value and put Trey Hendrickson on a much higher status than any other team in the league would, I think. So I think something that's he has to consider. And there's obviously a lot more that goes into it, but the Bengals should re-sign him, and they want to re-sign him. Trey Hendrickson should sign a contract. He wants to sign a contract with the Bengals. He wants to be in Cincinnati long term. I think that's the main issue with the Bengals, is they don't want to sign him to a 3-year contract, knowing he is 30, would be going into 31 in 2026. They don't want to sign somebody, and then all of a sudden they just hit that cliff. And I think with technology, health, the game in general, I think players are being able to play longer into their career, into their age, just because of how the world, the sport, the technology, everything has the health, the equipment, how everything has advanced. I think players are being able to play longer in their careers, and I don't think Trey Hendrickson is going to slow down anytime soon. I would do anything to see him in the stripes next season. I think he will be in the stripes next season. I go back months and months and months and months ago when the offseason first started. What did I say? I said I have a feeling Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and Trey Hendrickson are all going to be signed. We got 2 of the 3 down, and now we're just down to Trey Hendrickson. And I just think the Bengals have to realize you're going to have to sign him for 3 years. I think that's the minimum Trey Hendrickson's going to take. He wants a 3-year contract, and I think the Bengals aren't willing to give that to him just because of his age. So I think just like Shamar Stewart and his agent kind of caved into the Bengals' demands, I think the Bengals have to cave into Trey Hendrickson's demands because of how important and valuable he is to not just the defensive line, but to the entire defense. I saw a tweet with the stats, and it was like, when Trey Hendrickson is not on the field, the Bengals are last, 32nd in every single pass rusher stat in NFL. Without Trey Hendrickson, they go from middle to last without Trey Hendrickson. That's how valuable he is to the defensive line. And I think our defensive line is going to take a massive step this year, and that massive step is pivotal and crucial to what Trey Hendrickson does. I think that massive step could be even more massive with Trey Hendrickson, or we can get a little baby massive step without Trey Hendrickson, which obviously I'd rather have that massive step with Trey Hendrickson rather than not. But just the fact that he's at training camp is massive. He's going to be around the guys, going to be around the coaches, get to be that veteran presence in the defensive line room with Shamar Stewart, Myles Murphy, as he's been for the last few years, Osaye, all the guys. And you just want to build that chemistry, especially with like TJ Slayton, new guy for the interior defensive line. So just being there, building that chemistry, even if he's not on the field playing, just building that chemistry, bringing that veteran presence is massive for the Bengals. And hopefully, since he's in Cincinnati, those contract talks are going to be happening daily. They're going to be easy conversations to have because it's a lot harder to talk to somebody about contracts when somebody's in Cincinnati and the other's in Jacksonville. But hopefully now that they're in-person deals, the deal will get done sooner. And then soon the next video will be Trey Hendrickson is signed. Not that he's just at camp, which I'm excited about, but that he's signed. But thank you so much for watching this episode of Bengals Digest. Don't forget, once again, to subscribe. If you love the Bengals as much as me and Isaac do, we'll be talking about the Bengals and only the Cincinnati Bengals right here on the Bengals Digest channel every single day. So don't forget to subscribe, like this video, comment down below what you think it means that Trey Hendrickson is back at training camp. And I'll reply to all the comments as soon as you comment them because I'm trying to build that Houday Nation community. You know, I've been saying that since the very beginning. I can't thank you guys enough for all the love you guys have shown in this channel. But thank you so much for watching. For the Bengals Digest channel, I'm Carson Lokey. Have an amazing day, and God bless.